Hello, this is John with Jesus' message for Wednesday, April 13th, 2016. Today he is addressing our ongoing need for spiritual guidance. The energetic overlay of planet Earth is very heavy, which makes it difficult for those on Earth to communicate with those in the spiritual realms. You are always infinitely loved. There is not a moment when you are not enfolded in the divine embrace, the field of love that is God, our source. There is nothing anyone can do to break the bonds of love that connect them to God, who neither judges nor blames nor condemns. Those are all unreal human concepts, whereas love is the only reality. So forgive yourselves, accept yourselves, and embrace yourselves as God does. And in the knowing that you are eternally and infinitely loved, then love, honor, and respect yourselves. When you do that, you will find that you also honor and respect all others. That does not mean that you will magically like them, or their behaviors or opinions. It means that you will accept them lovingly, just as they are, and then, magically, your dislikes will fade away. Why is that, you may ask? Well, it's quite simple. You are all mirrors to one another. What you like or love in another is a perfect reflection of what you approve of in yourselves. And what you dislike or disapprove of in another is what you dislike or disapprove of in yourselves. But because you mostly hide from yourselves what you like or approve of, because you sense that it is invalid, what you like and approve of may have been discouraged or disapproved of by your parents, carers, and teachers, and what you like or disapprove of in yourselves you are frequently ashamed of and cannot bear to acknowledge. Everyone has to deal with these issues, and initially, in early childhood, you learn that you need an acceptable mask behind which to hide your real and unacceptable self, the self that makes errors and is judged and blamed. That early conditioning is deeply ingrained and not easily released or discarded. You need help. Every human is accompanied on the earthly journey by at least one guide or mentor from the spiritual realms. Nevertheless, the energetic overlay of planet Earth is very heavy, which makes it difficult for those on Earth to communicate with those in the spiritual realms. On top of that, when you enter the earthly realm, your memory of the spiritual realms fades rather quickly so that you can adjust to the human condition and live on Earth as a human. In fact, you forget the spiritual realms as you get caught up in the distractions of the illusion. The constant sense of peace, joy, harmony, acceptance, and love that is reality, where you have your eternal existence, is lost on Earth. And if you could remember it clearly, then to live an earthly life would be practically impossible. Every human chose to be human for the lessons that they intended to learn, and to assist others they met and interacted along with their paths. Love, reality, God, source, is relationship. As separated beings, as humans, relationships have to be established because they are not automatically formed. Separation has not occurred because separation is impossible, but because you chose to experience separation by entering the illusion and playing the games that unreal state demands. It seems that you are separated one from another. In that unreal state, relationships have to be developed. Infants that are not touched or cherished frequently die at an early age because the relationships essential for life are not provided. And the vast majority of humans are damaged as a result of dysfunctional relationships early in life. It is not just a matter of being neglected, it is because the limitations that the illusion sets as part of the human environment, the appearance of individuality, of separate bodies, that the ability to communicate freely demands the use of language. In reality, you know. In the illusion, language is meant to lead to knowing, but often fails in its task. There are differences due to race, culture, and belief systems, differences that can be readily understood, known, and accepted when you know one another as one, but which get utterly lost in the confusion of language. The Bible tells the story of the Tower of Babel, a story of humanity at that time that spoke one language, trying to build a tower to reach up to God, and that God saw what they were doing and prevented them from completing it by dividing them into tribes speaking different languages so that they could no longer understand one another and were therefore unable to complete the tower. Language is a barrier to knowledge. Knowledge is of reality. Comprehension, understanding, and learning are of the illusion, the state of limitation, concepts and ideas conceived of by human reason, which is severely limiting. Knowledge is of the heart, not the human heart, but the center of your true self, the center of the energy field of pure love that is one with God, and from which you can never be separated. You access it by going within, to your holy inner temple or sanctuary in quiet contemplation, and by allowing intuition, the Holy Spirit, your higher self, to commune with you there. Even if it seems that you are unable to access your guides, are unable to hear them, nearly all of you have known someone, or have known someone who knows someone, who can access the spiritual realms and commune with me or other holy ones who are formless, and who can then receive guidance and messages that assist them on their life paths. You truly do know that the spiritual realms are real, and not the wishful imaginings of those with damaged minds. If you feel that you need spiritual guidance, and you are unable to still your mind sufficiently to make contact personally with your spiritual guides or mentors, that may be because you chose a life path that precludes that inner knowing, or because your doubts and skepticism prevent you from hearing. If this is your experience, then it might well be helpful to seek out a medium, a mystic, or a channel who has access to see if they can help you. As long as your intention is pure, completely honest and loving, and not an egoic desire for sensational information to, for instance, win the lottery or to gain an advantage over another, then seeking guidance in that way can be beneficial and comforting. However, the ongoing task for the vast majority of light workers, light bearers, and awakening humans in general is to spend time daily in peace and undisturbed quietness, intending to be loving in every moment, in every situation, regardless of what arises. By simply doing this, each one of you has an enormously powerful effect in moving the human collective forward toward its inevitable and truly imminent awakening. By doing just that, you are bringing joy to the world, and that is what awakening is all about. Your loving brother, Jesus. Hello,